What is up, car addicts? In this video, I'm going to be discussing the top 10 fastest vehicles in GTA 5 Online for 2025 after the Money Fronts DLC for the old gen consoles in terms of top speed. Now, I did make one last week with the HSW vehicles, which was tailored more towards current gen, but again, this one is tailored more for old gen platforms, which is PS4, Xbox One, and of course the standard non-enhanced PC version. But it is also useful for when a race host turns HSW off for current gen platforms as well. And just like the last top speed video, I do want to go over a few things. So aircraft will not be included in this list, and obviously top speeds vary based on road bumps, curbs, wheeling on certain motorcycles, etc. Now these top speeds are chosen based on Bruffy 1322's accurate top speed testing in a controlled, smooth highway surface environment for every single fully upgraded vehicle, with distance and time calculated between each checkpoint, and this is by far the best way to accurately compare these top speeds without varying bump conditions between each vehicle. I will leave the link to his channel down below if you haven't subscribed to him, and you really should sub to him. He is undoubtedly the king of car testing for GTA by far. Also, for those of you who don't know, the speedometers in first person are not accurate, as some cars say you're going 90 miles per hour, and other cars will say you're going 200 miles per hour when they're actually both going the same speed. The only one that's relatively close is the digital speedometers if you want a closer reference, but in general, the first person speedometers are very inaccurate, so keep that in mind. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with number 10, we have the Weevil Custom. So the base price of the Weevil Custom is $870,000 for its normal price and about $650,000 for its trade price. However, we have to add the Benny's upgrade on top, which is just under $1 million, so that totals about $1.6 million with the trade price, or about $1.8 million. Now that seems pretty ridiculous for a custom VW Beetle. However, this thing has an insane top speed of 137.5 miles per hour, which makes it about 1.5 miles per hour faster than the Pariah, which is crazy. So you would just never expect a car that looks like this to be this fast. It's definitely a sleeper. Moving on to number 9, we have the Manches Scout C. So this is the delivery bike for the Acid Lab that comes with the Brickade 6x6. Now you can purchase the Brickade 6x6 from the Warstock website for $750,000, or you can get it for free by completing the first dose missions from Dax, and then fully customize it in the Freak Shop. When maxed out, this bike has an incredible top speed of 137.75 miles per hour when holding a wheelie. And what's really cool about this bike is that it's one of the very few in game that can actually steer while holding the wheelie at the same time, which is just insane, making it very easy to hold that wheelie for a longer period of time, obviously resulting in a more consistent top speed. And the fact that you can basically get this thing for free is very cool. Continuing to number 8, we have the Banshee GTS, again the non-HSW variant. This is the regular one. This car has a normal price of just under $2 million and has a top speed of 138 miles per hour, which makes it the fastest non-rocket powered car in the entire game. And it's a top 5 non-HSW performing car for track performance, making it a great option for higher speed tracks. Plus, of course, the customization and styling is fantastic. It's just a great purchase for sure. Next up, on to number 7, we have the regular Manches Scout. So the personal vehicle one, not the Acid Lab variant. This bike costs only $225,000, and it has an incredible top speed of 139.75 miles per hour, so just under 140 miles per hour when holding a wheelie. Just a great deal considering the performance this thing has. Plus, just like the Manches Scout C we just talked about, it's very consistent in holding the wheelie since it lets you steer the bike at the same time. Just a fantastic deal on this bike. Moving on to number 6, we have the normal Oppressor with the Rocket Boost feature. So it has a normal price of $2.75 million and a trade price of about $2 million. It has an average top speed of exactly 140 miles per hour with the Rocket Boost, which is very fast all things considering. And yes, it is faster than the Oppressor Mark II, which tops out at only about 128 miles per hour. Continuing to number 5, we have the Arena ZR380 with the Boost upgrade. So has a normal price of about $2.1 million and a trade price of about $1.6 million, and a top speed of exactly 142 miles per hour with the Rocket Boost, which is slightly faster than the Oppressor. Plus, it's the fastest actual car from the Arena War DLC if it's not a bike, which is pretty impressive. However, keep in mind that this car is not usable in normal races. Next up on to number 4, we have the Vigilante with the rocket boost. This thing has an incredible top speed of 146.7 miles per hour, which is pretty crazy for a vehicle this large. Plus it has the homing missiles, and the fact that it's based on the Batmobile just makes it even cooler. However, it is pretty pricey with a base price of $3.75 million, but again, it's the Batmobile and it's kind of hard to put a price on something like that, especially with the features this one has. Moving on to number 3, we have the Arena Death Bike with the Boost upgrade. So to get this one, you have to buy the original gargoyle for about $100,000 and then take it into the Arena workshop and install one of the Arena variants on it, which costs about $1.2 million. Then you will need to fully upgrade it and of course install a Boost upgrade, which costs $400,000 depending on whether or not you have the discounted price for it. So you can basically consider this a $2 million motorcycle after it's fully upgraded with everything. However, with the Boost, it has an average top speed of exactly 150 miles per hour, which is crazy fast, and it does this without wheeling. However, keep in mind that this bike is not usable in normal races. Continuing to number 2, we have the recently added police bike with the new customization. This thing has a crazy price at just under $5 million and a trade price of about $3.7 million. However, it also has a crazy average top speed when holding a wheelie of 156.75 miles per hour, and the fact that you could have the sirens going so traffic gets out of your way on the highway at the same time, this thing is just a ton of fun to blast around the map. Plus it includes the cool cop outfit. I know it's pricey even at its trade price, but at least it's not a boring one. And to mention, remember that police vehicles are not usable in races. And lastly, before we move on to number 1, we have an honorable mention here, and that is the regular gargoyle with the glitched wheel. So for those of you who don't know how this works, you need to fully upgrade the gargoyle and then install one of the 11 large rear wheels, and that allows it to speed glitch while wheeling to reach an incredible top speed of 171.5 miles per hour, which makes it the fastest non-HSW vehicle in the game utilizing a glitch with a specific upgrade. Plus it only costs about $100,000. Which is by far the best bang for the buck if you want to go fast for cheap. But anyways, on to number 1, the fastest non-glitched vehicle in the entire game. We have the Reaver. So this bike has an insane top speed of 163 miles per hour when holding a wheelie, which is just incredible. The Reaver has a base price of $1.9 million, but honestly, under $2 million for the fastest non-glitched non-HSW vehicle in the game isn't all that bad, all things considering. Now I will mention that the Reaver does suffer a bit in terms of handling and acceleration, where it sits around the pace of some of the OG top bikes like the Batty 801 and the Akuma for track performance. So that's why I personally recommend the HSW Hakuchu Drive over this one because of its handling, but obviously if you're on old gen, the Reaver is the way to go. But anyways guys, there you have it. Those are the top 10 fastest vehicles for old gen in terms of top speed in GTA Online for 2025. Definitely let me know down below in the comments what other top 10 videos you guys want to see. Thanks again for watching guys, hope this was helpful and I'll see you in the next one.